Today on the Hard Roadhouse, we're doing a rear brake caliper on Nissan Titan. Let's get it started. You're going to need a jack stand. I used air power here to zap off those lug nuts. If you need a key for your lug nuts, make sure you have it. A C-clamp or two. You're going to need a 17 millimeter wrench, 10 millimeter wrench, a flat blade screwdriver, a 10 millimeter socket with ratchet. If you need to put your brake lines up, or I use air power to zap away all dust and debris before I work on everything. And you might need a pry bar for your ratchet when you're getting the 10 millimeter bolts off. That's about what you're going to need today. Okay, as far as your 10 millimeter socket here, make sure you don't lose them. See if it'll rock. Since my caliper is bad, it's very unlikely that I'm going to be able to pull this thing off like normally you would. So I'm going to go ahead and take a screwdriver, put it right in here and pry it apart so it'll come out. All right. Okay, as you can these brakes were probably put on last fall, so that is kind of discouraging. But you're going to need to take the 17 millimeter wrench to take this off, and it'll just spin around. Once you get it loose, you just spin it around. It's going to start leaking. I have some vice grips here, and if I need them to block off this. Now you got the bad caliper, and if you have any worries about anything, take a picture of how things are set up so when you bring in the new caliper, you can set it up just like you did your other one. Okay, how can you tell if your caliper's gone bad? All right, first off, if it's not smoking on the outside of your truck, which in most cases it is, then you can take a C-clamp, put a block of wood or something here, and press the C-clamp all the way to where this thing's inside. Well, as you can tell here, this one's starting to come out on its own. Once you set that thing in, it should stay. Now, if it doesn't, you got a leak somewhere in there, and it's bad. So I'm going to go ahead and replace this. I'm going to get to the store, get it replaced, and come back, and we'll get on with the video. Once you get the brake hose back on, just snug it up with that 17 millimeter. Put your brakes back on, and let's put this thing back together. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before on brake calipers, especially with these Nissans, they always come with new bolts for this, but they always come in a different size. And I'm not so sure I like putting a different size on here, especially when if I'm out on the road and stuff. I already know that this 10 millimeter I'm going to have regardless. So I always put the old ones back in unless they're damaged of any sort. But I always put the old ones back in. Go ahead and tighten them back up. And then we'll set the brakes. Now, how you set your brakes is how I've always set my brakes, at least where I'm at, is I'll drive down the road a little bit and then push on the brakes really hard. Now, I'm not slamming on the brakes, but I'm trying to set those brakes in because these calipers, this caliper in here has to move out. And when it moves out, it's been set. So when you're driving, so if I drive down the road and I barely press on the brakes, it's not going to set. So it may be dangerous for you. So what you want to do is you want to drive on an empty parking lot. I start out on my gravel road and I press it pretty dang firm, and then I'll drive it over to the parking lot where it's asphalt, and then I'll really step on it pretty good. That way I'm for sure I'm setting the brakes. That's how you set your brakes. All right, it's 10 millimeter. Also is what you're going to use to bleed the brakes. I'm going to crack it just a little bit to let the brake fluid flow from the front. Now, first, before I even do that, first thing I'm going to do to bleed the brakes, so I'm going to go up front and make sure I have I'm going to go up front, pop the hood, and open the master cylinder. Make sure I can have enough fluid to make sure that I keep on, to make sure it won't run dry as it's bleeding. We're sponsored by Speedy's Industrial Coatings. They do powder coating, media blasting, all sorts of stuff. Big or small, they do it all. Right here. Now it's raining out here, so. All right. Now, over here. What I'm going to do is I want to keep this topped off. Now, it's not bad right now, but I want to make sure it stays topped off. Okay, make sure you use a .3 brake fluid. Fill it up. I'm going to open up the bleeder and get it started. Now, right here is the bleeder. I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to watch the fluid in the very front. Starting to drip a little bit. Alright. Just going to crack it just a tad. Might want to make sure that you put something underneath this thing, because it's going to make a mess out of your garage floor if you've got paint on it. Diddly dog. She's hotter than diddly dog. I'm going to get in trouble. What you're going to do is have your helper get inside the truck. You are going to
get ready to loosen this up. All right, press the brakes all the way to the ground. Then you're going to release it. Maybe not tighten it. All right, see? Keep it to the ground. And then tighten it back up. All right. And this time I brought a wrench so it's easier to see. And what you're wanting to look for here is to make sure that there's very few bubbles coming out. And you'll be able to tell as soon as it starts coming out. All right. Yeah. All right, let it up. See how far that shot everywhere? All right. I didn't see very much. I didn't see very few bubbles in it. All right, all the way to the ground. All right, let it up. How is it? Any better or no? Okay. Now, go ahead and I'm going to do real fast here. Just make sure that the fluid's not, it's kind of low. So I'm going to go ahead and get some in here. Alright, that's just to make sure. Then I go. All right, now, I always do this just to make sure. Go ahead and start the truck. All right, press the brake all the way to the floor. Let go. What's this called again, babe?
A lunar moth.
A lunar moth. So maybe this will bring more good luck for this truck, because this truck doesn't have very good luck, especially the suspension. Motor, transmission, transfer case are great. Everything else, suspension-wise, differential-wise, has given me more problems on this thing, even though I love this truck.
It's been rode hard.
Oh, it's been rode hard, all right. And it might have been put up wet way too many times. Okay, pulling out of the shop. All right, now what I usually do is I give it a couple of good brakes on gravel. My brakes, just then and there, my brakes are 100 times better than what they were. So then, I do it a few times, nothing too crazy. Then I take it over to a church here that has asphalt here. Do the same thing. And I gradually get a little bit more firm on the pedal, just so I got make sure everything's set. Now, some of these, like I said, it might have set the first time. It might have set the first time that I was in my driveway. But if you're going to have your family in the car or whatever, it's good to be safe. My brakes are now set.
Worked, because that's
Thank you for watching, subscribing, and commenting down below. And as always, if you ride her hard, don't put her up wet.